Hi everybody, Tim Berkwin from TraderInterviews.com. All wealthy traders do these things. So let's get started. All right, number 6. They use naked charts. You can probably figure out what I mean by naked charts. Let's take a look at the next screen. Those were pretty much my charts when I first started out. Every line, every ellipse, every level, Fibonacci, you name it, it was all on there. You can barely see the bars on this thing. So good traders realize that at some point they go up the scale of adding all these indicators, adding all of these levels, adding all of these moving averages, and at some point they start peeling them all off. And the best traders have whittled it down so that if they had actually nothing but the bars or just the candles, they'd be perfectly fine. They can almost see the moving averages on the chart already. They don't need them printed there for them. So it's very easy to have analysis paralysis when you are putting too many things on the chart. And the traders, you have to go through this thing where you put a bunch of stuff on and then you slowly start taking it off as you realize it's just too much. There's just too much noise there. So the best traders at some point get to that point and are using naked charts. There's barely anything on them. Maybe the bars, the candles, maybe a MACD or something like that, some sort of a momentum indicator, but that's it. And they stop using everything else. So you decide, try all the things. Try Elliott Wave, try Fibonacci to see what works for you, what works for your mind to be able to see what the market is telling you, and then stick with that. Become an expert at just that and stop trying to find the hot indicator of the day or the week. Number 7, they realized a long time ago that being uncomfortable trading is okay. I think we all get in this area where we say, I'm going to start getting really good at trading. I'm going to trade every day. I'm going to paper trade if that you're just starting out, and I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to get it so that every time a decision I make in the market is I'm comfortable with that. That's never going to happen, actually. You're never going to be that comfortable trading. And I think the best traders have learned, look, I'm never going to be totally comfortable trading. There's always going to be this doubt in my mind. There's always going to be this idea that I may not be seeing something. But the difference is they get okay in that comfortableness, if that's a word. They realize that I can still make good decisions and not be totally comfortable all the time with my trading. You think it's intuitive that I'm going to trade so much and get so good at it and be so confident in my strategy that I'm never going to have doubt and I'm not going to worry about making good trading decisions. The best traders in the world still have doubt and they still make those trading decisions because they believe in their strategies and their systems, but they're never totally just comfortable sitting in front of a screen. I talk to traders who have been doing this for 20 years and say, I'm really uncomfortable in my trading chair, but I've kind of worked through that. I trade through that. I understand that I'm going to feel that way and I can still make money. I can still make good decisions. So getting in that spot where you're okay being uncomfortable trading is okay. And most of the great traders out there will tell you that. Number 8, they found a market that fit their style and personality. You probably heard this before, but you don't want to trade a market that moves too quickly or too slowly. You want to find a market that is the porridge that is just the right temperature for you, because your personality and your mindset is a huge, huge factor in your success as a trader. A lot of people like the ES, they like the E-mini because they have to worry about one thing and they get really good at reading those charts. Some people just feel better about stocks or ETFs. Try a few different markets, find the one that fits you, find the one that you feel the least uncomfortable in. I think that's the best way to describe it. The market you find the least uncomfortableness in, and stick with that and become an expert on the behavior and movements of that individual market. Number 9. They stopped trying to pick tops and bottoms long ago. Most new traders get in there and they want to find the absolute bottom or the absolute top on that reversal or that pullback and get in there at the exact price and ride the wave. Most traders realize that that's a fool's game. You can do it once in a while. You might get the top or the bottom or really close once in a while, but for the most part, markets are heading in the same direction for a longer period than they are turning. So you need to decide which you're going to focus on. If you're going to try and focus on tops or bottoms, maybe the top 0.1% of traders in the entire world make their living that way and are very good at it. The others play on the side that the trend is already in, and they're waiting for confirmation that something is changing before they change their mind and trade differently. So don't worry about trying to pick tops and bottoms. Trade on the side of the market. The way the market is moving, that's the way they trade. So they stopped picking tops and bottoms a long time ago. Number 10, They stop thinking about the markets as being cheap or expensive. That's not what they think of the markets as. They don't think that a stock is cheap or expensive. They simply think, are people willing to pay more for this stock 5 minutes from now than they are right now? That's it. Are they willing to pay more or less? So their view changes from being cheap or inexpensive or expensive to, are they going to pay more for this later? If people are willing to pay more for this later, I'll buy it now. If they're willing to pay less for it later, I'll short it now. That's it. They think of the market in terms of whether or not people will pay more or less for it, and that's it. So that's another change too. When we all think of stocks and everything else that we trade as being cheap or expensive, and the best traders that I've ever talked to stopped thinking about it that way and just started thinking about how people are lining up to buy or sell and what that's going to be in 5 minutes. So I hope those first 10, we've got 11 through 20 coming. That's part 2. That'll be coming out tomorrow. But again, one last time, the vault is open for just a few more hours. Go to TraderInterviews.com and you can get the USB drive with every interview we've ever done, plus a lifetime membership at the cheapest price we've ever offered it. So we'll hope to see you on the other side as a member, and we'll be back tomorrow with 11 through 20 of the 20 Habits of Wealthy Traders.